Hello, folks. How you doing? Hi. I'm back one more time for episode 8, and hopefully I can reach out and talk to you a little bit about spirituality. And I'm going to read something from one of my books, and I hope that you're having a good New Year. And I've made a world of changes since within a year, and for the betterment of myself. Actually, it's worked out that way, and because I've reached into using my spiritual side quite often. From what I was taught myself and my researching and learning of it, I used those aspects to help myself. And once you understand the spiritual side within yourself, the deep and inside faith and belief is, and there's a little door in there that you learn to open up through meditation and prayer, and do what you need to do for yourself to be spiritual. After a small amount of time, you start the path that takes you to a place where when one is in pain or discomfort, or and needs opening the doors, it's relaxing and going through your mindset and create and open that door and say, I'm here, the higher power, and I need you strengthen my spiritual dynamics and move forward with that. The comfort and the feeling you get from it is pretty amazing. It gets better even after time, when you've really done some research and know within yourself, because of your beliefs and faith, and that you understand the journey and will take you on a path of spiritual dynamics and spiritual learning, and eventually you'll become a spiritual being. And I'm not declaring myself as a spiritual being. I mean, I've studied quite a bit and read a lot of books about it, but I don't verbalize myself as being a spiritual being. Or, I can talk to somebody and try to bring them some information that may help at times when they're within the needs that they need, that spiritual self. I'm more than willing to help people and talk to them about spirituality, and it's just the more you take in, and quite often it takes, it's not something you learn from in a short amount of time. It takes a long series of bringing the information that you need out of books that you read, or you go on the internet and find as much material on being spiritual, and you got to be careful though, because there's that dark side. Somebody's in there that has no clue and should not be bringing the spiritual studies to whoever's listening or reading about, because they're false. I call them a false prophet, because they don't bring what you need or anybody needs to understand what spirituality is. And I'm sorry, but the cold weather, my nose runs constantly, and I take stuff for it, and it just won't shut off. Sorry. On occasion, I'm going to be needing to pat down my nose. But when you start the path and you go on something that you want to desire to learn and find a passion about spirituality, it's part belief in the higher power, it's part faith in the higher power, it's part using the higher power, the Holy Spirit and the Great Spirit within you, and becoming more adaptable, or adapt that particular lifestyle to how you want to take the perspective of being spiritual and learning from it. So being spiritual means to meditate, use prayer, listen for that inner voice, because you will need his way of connecting to you inward, and speaking to you, and letting you know that you're on the right path, right direction. There's going to be a lot of choices in your lifetime, and those choices most people just make on a whim, and if they feel right about it, then they go ahead and do it. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And believe me, I've made some lousy choices in my life, and I've learned from them, and I now know that I just need to pull back, use a quiet moment and a prayer, and allowing that inner voice to come through and help me out help me out with what I need to understand about the times that I've been through a lot of pain in the last 3 years, and discomfort. And within the last year alone, with Suzanne passing, that alone just took my breath away, and I'm still in a position of I want her with me, and I miss her terribly, and I know that she's with me spiritually, in spirit, because we talked about it. I explained to her about we as two people are one spirit, and we know deep inside that we're able to keep that spirit alive, and we made a foundation to our lives that was strong, it was powerful, and I know that she is there for me in my heart and in a spiritual way to help my spirit, and trust me, in the last few weeks I know she helped me work finding this apartment and having enough sense to get the right furniture for it, and there's just different aspects of my life that's happened in the last few weeks that I prayed for help, and the Lord's power, the higher power, to help me, and He did, and I know that He loves me, and I know that Suzanne loves me, and I can feel her. I know she's there. That comfort, that is a spiritual, dynamical part of being a spiritual being. You understand that the outset of what lies within you is through the possibility, the perspective that something or someone is attached to your spirit and is directed to your soul, and you get your spiritual being set into a place where you understand that you are not alone. You are deep inside. There is that specialness that will itself come out at particular times and open the door, and you'll get